everyone, welcome to Craft Addict K. I'm Carla.
And I'm Sam.
And we're here to talk to you about cross stitch. I want to welcome all our new subscribers. We have had an explosion on our channel. I don't know if it's because of our last video where we talked about plus storage, or if somebody has shouted us out, and I'm not sure who shouted us out, but I am glad that you're here. I'm glad you decided to subscribe and join us. We have a little bit of old business to go over, personally, to talk about our last video, where we talked about my plus storage. I never premised that, I'm new to cross stitch. I just started in October last year in 2018, and as I've evolved, I've gone from bobbinating to hanging items in my closet to where I had them hanging in a drawer in my desk in my sewing room. I have a desk, and I outgrew that. Was walking through Walmart and saw file bins that I thought would be perfect, and it turned out it was. I had searched Flosstube, but I hadn't seen anything on YouTube of anybody doing that. But once we posted our video, I was approached by Vanna Piper from Twisted Stitcher, and she did something similar and shared with me her blog link from 2016. She hadn't made a video, but she did do a blog, and I appreciate her sharing that information with me, and I'm going to put that link in my description box below. So if you want to check her out, that's Vanna Piper from the Twisted Stitcher. She does do something similar to what I had come up with that worked for me. So I like to share knowledge. So if there's something I come across, and like I said, that works for me, I'm going to share it. I hope that you'll share that information moving forward. If there's something here that you like, please feel free to share anything. And I try to give credit if I know. Sometimes I don't know. I can't imagine I come up with anything, but if I know who it is, I will definitely give you credit. So, old business. Other old business is I misquoted myself in that video as saying I cut my floss lengths to 18 inches, and that's not entirely 100% accurate. I actually cut my floss length at 36 inches. 18 inches in half. So most people will cut their length, the length of their arm down to their elbow and back up, and that's what they'll cut their floss at. I measured that, and it's 18 inches one way, 18 inches the other way, and I do have an 18-inch board, and we did create a small little clip that we will include, if not on this video, we may do as a separate video in the next few days to show you what we do when we do cut our floss and using the thread drops, because I did have a lot of questions about the thread drops. So, so they were great questions. I welcome questions. I like the talking back and forth and the communicating. I love this community. You guys are always so positive and always so supportive, and no matter what we endeavor to do and show you. So thank you very much again to all our new and our old subscribers. And if you're just joining us, I hope that you'll stick around and see what else we have to offer. This is our Flosstube number 11.
Yes.
And yep. So Samantha and I like to give some shout outs and what we've been watching and on YouTube. Lately, I would say it has been a couple of Flosstubers. One is Teresa Little Stitcher. Most of you may know her already. She's new to us. We just found her. She does great tutorials on full coverage pieces, how to wind your floss, bobbins. She talks about, full coverage is a straight, solid cross stitch, and she really makes a point of, you get these kits and you think they're going to be easy and they have all these specialty stitches, but that's a straightforward system that, it's easy to just one stitch at a time. She teaches parking and breaks it down into smaller segments and makes it easier to understand. So check her out if you haven't. The other person we wanted to shout out was Sammy J Stitches. Sammy J is also kind of an overseer of virtual stitchers. I'm not sure if she was the creator of virtual stitchers, because there is a lot of virtual stitchers out there, and we've been having a lot of fun with the virtual stitchers. We're on that in a Zoom meeting room. If you haven't found them, they're a Facebook group. They also do today's Saturday, by the way, it's September 14th, my oldest daughter's birthday. Tonight they are doing an event on virtual stitchers called Challenge Yourself. And it's fun. You get a lot of people. I think we had 15 or 16 people on last night, and we were all talking. We talk about the craft. We talk about our spouses. We talk about challenges. We tease each other about certain things. We offer up ideas, suggestions. We've even done some fabric choices and showing different fabrics to have people in the group help us decide which one would be the best one for a project. So,
and I fell asleep.
And Samantha falls asleep. So, but that's on Virtual Stitchers. So there's usually somebody on, and so I just wanted to try and give you guys a shout out. Like I said, Sammy J kind of oversees that. She has some great videos as well called Sammy J Stitches, and she has enabled me in more ways than you know. Because I have watched her 2018 rolling into 2019. Sammy J does a lot of challenges. She's in right now. There's a dodgeball game going on, and she's active in that. It sounds really fun. Competitive. I mean, there's a lot of fun things that are out there. But how she tracks her different projects is very interesting to me. I went out and it like opened my eyes that I went and got a new notebook just for my projects that I could track. I'm not going to show you all of this, but you know, my things that are finished, I've got 18 finishes this year at a glance, I could tell you. I've got group challenges, yearly challenges, you know, weekly challenges. In some papers I've made my own. So I won't bore you with this. If you're interested, let me know. Maybe we'll do a video on it later. Her video is very much, I watched it probably, Sammy, I think I watched it 4 or 5 times, and I was taking notes while I was watching it because I was really intrigued by how you tracked all the challenges you're in. Most of you that have been with us for a while, you know that I really enjoy challenges. I try to push myself. I enjoy homework assignments. I like, if it wasn't for homework assignments and the groups that I'm in, I don't think I would have near the finished projects that I do have finished, and I know I wouldn't touch as many of my projects that I have touched over the last few weeks if I wasn't in these groups.
You wouldn't have as many as you do now.
And I wouldn't have as many started as well. But it is fun. So, and a newbie to the group is, I believe her name is Ann. It's Stitch Roadies. She's got her 6th video up. She is a brand new cross stitcher. She's so cute. She thinks, she kept saying, I know you guys are all laughing at me. She held up a project, for say like this, and said, this fabric fits, like if this was the design, the fabric fit covers this, so it should work, right? She is a newbie. And she's okay with laughing at her own mistakes, and I just love that about her. She just new to Q snaps, she's a quilter, and so cross stitch has been new for her. She said today when I was watching her video, she was this close to becoming a monogamous stitcher, and if I can give you a shout out, Ann, don't worry, you won't be monogamous for long.
We have an influence as stitchers.
Join at some groups, join some challenge groups, go to retreats, go to stitch-alongs, or get involved in a stitch-along. Like I said, Virtual Stitchers is a great online community of stitchers. There's always somebody on from all over the world, and it's just as fascinating, and I can't sing their praises enough. And Virtual Stitchers also does a homework discussion video. There's 3 of them that get together and they have discussions about the different homeworks and different challenges and identifying projects and storylines that could help. They helped me immensely to come up with some of the prompts that I had in trying to make my projects work. And I'll talk about that as we go through some of our whips today. So, Samantha.
Sam segment?
Sam segment.
Is it started?
It started.
Okay, so my National Honor Society project is over for the most part. I'm done with the project. I just need to write a report on how the butterfly release went. Me and my partner were handing out pamphlets and welcoming people to the release, and it went well. We were smiling. We were kind of talking a little bit. It was nice. And
how'd the butterfly, the release of the butterflies, were they monarch butterflies?
They were monarch butterflies, and 2 of my friends were there. They both released their butterflies at the same time and started crying, so I couldn't cry.
It's alright, a butterfly. But a butterfly release is a memorial, and it's something that we do in our community. Our hospice that is local to us does. And so it is tearful, and Samantha had a friend from school that lost a family member over the summer, tragically, and so, you know, it is definitely an emotional experience, but it is an uplifting one as well. What else did we do? We went dance shopping.
We went shopping yesterday
Yes.
for a homecoming dress and some shoes for me, because there's a homecoming dance at the end of the month, and the last dress I wore was for middle school. So I got a new dress, and I really like it.
Samantha's really cute. She doesn't ask for anything. She just puts it on. I have a calendar on my refrigerator so I can keep track of where everybody's at, what my husband's working, what I'm doing, what she's doing. And she just wrote homecoming dance, and I said, "Is there a homecoming dance at the end of the month?" She said yes, and I said, "Are you wanting to go to that?" She is in 11th grade and has not gone to a dance since coming into high school since 9th grade.
Yeah.
Her response was, "Well, I thought it was time to kind of see what a high school dance is like.
Yeah. And then
Let's do that on homecoming dance." So we went shopping, got a dress.
yeah, got a
and-
dress and some shoes.
I promised Glenna I will have a picture whenever she has homecoming. I will take pictures and we will post her in her new dress and shoes. She's ready to go dancing.
And then on our car ride home, whenever we got home, I put on a football game the night before, because everybody goes to a football game for homecoming the night before. And I was like, well, might as well make it first for everything. Might as well go to a football game too.
Oh, our little Sammy growing up. You had a friend sleep over?
I did have a friend sleepover. She was my partner for the butterfly release. She came to our house and she was knitting a blanket for, I think, her cousin's son. I'm not sure. Is a family member. She didn't get it done, but she was really close, and whenever she got home, she did end up finishing it that night, but she didn't take a picture of it, like I asked her to, because I wanted to see what it looked like whenever it was done, but she said it was big. And,
Can you imagine
yeah.
16-year-old girls hanging out knitting?
That's what we did. We knitted and we watched Grey's Anatomy for probably 3 to 4 hours.
16 on a weekend knitting at home.
Yep.
And you had fun.
I did have fun. I got some progress done. Well, she knitted. I kind of knitted and crocheted, so it was that kind of nice.
Multi-talented. Okay. I did have an opportunity to do Stitching in the Wild.
Yes, we'd had multiple.
We
times.
did.
Over
One
the
we
past
did
2
not
weeks.
take a picture. We went to my daughter in West Virginia's and we taught her and got her started. Gave her goodie bag that we talked about a few Flosstube videos ago.
Played with her cat.
Yeah, she was pretty excited. Taught her how to stitch on linen, and she, I think, finished the project and now wants to bring it to me so I can FFO the project. So, and that means finally finished off or fully finished off her
Object.
Ooh, yes, the object.
Offer.
Yes. I also was able to stitch. My husband had an appointment earlier this week on Wednesday. So while I was waiting in the waiting area, there was a lady across from me that was knitting, and I was stitching away on my project. So I did get some stitching out there and in the wild. Anything else?
We stitched on the car ride to Rachel's
Yes,
house.
we stitched on the car right
I
there.
took pictures of that. I'm not sure if they're still on my phone though.
I have a lot of whips to show, but I want to. Are we ready to go to whips?
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We want to go through whips, and I'm trying to get our videos to be a little bit shorter. So, I'm trying to focus on whips that have had significant time or that there's clear progression made.
Improvement.
So, you want to show yours first?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so I was working on my Advice from the Caterpillar Heaven and Earth design. It is on 25 count even weave. I'm not sure where I stopped last time, but I know I at least got like that much done. And I was pretty proud of it. I don't know. I really like sewing on it. It really brings me joy whenever I stitch on it.
If it brings you joy, that's a keeper.
Then I was also like, anybody on Zoom could tell you that I was really trying to catch up on the Steotch along 7, which is this year's. I finished pattern 3, and I have printed off pattern 4, but I haven't started yet because I was like, I'm not in the mood right now. Yeah,
And you got a new needle minder
Yeah.
on there.
I got a new needle minder. Everybody thinks that this is gonna be the Golden Girls, and I can see it. So my mom got me a nice little Stay Golden Girls
Needle minder. Got that from Stitch and Buttons, so we can show that in whips instead of haul.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so then I have a lot to show you for whips.
Yeah,
so,
mine was a small train.
because I was doing a lot of stitching. I've been stitching every day. The first one I'm going to show you is Star House in the Pines. This is, I believe it's on Vanilla Latte 32 count linen. So there was a prompt for the Daily 30 challenge group that I'm in that said to do 100 stitches on a sheep. So I added the sheep, and I also added some other things for another group I was stitching on that I need to put stitches in. So this is almost done. I need to finish down here at the bottom, and it'll say Home Sweet Home across that pink banner that's at the bottom. So there's Star House of the Pines. Can I set these over here? And that was on my scroll rod, so you see my scrolls
poking out.
I wasn't taking them off the scrolls, but I did take it out of the holder. I'm also working on Autumn Quaker Stitch Along. This is on doubloon fabric from Picture This Plus. It's 28 count Lugana. And I am using the Valdani thread pack. And this is a sow, otherwise known as a stitch along, that Gary with Sunshine Stitchers has kicked off. He is also planning on doing a winter Quaker stitch along that Crazy Annie's is taking pre-orders now that you can get fabric and thread packs for, so you might want to check out Crazy Annie's for that. I have found out over, as I've been organizing my patterns and trying to go through stuff, is I must really gravitate to Quaker pattern styles because I have a lot of Quakers. And I found one today that I'm really excited about. A friend is going to send to me. It's called Quaker Oz, and I cannot wait to get that and start that. So
sounds interesting.
It is neat. Coffee Stitcher showed it on his video, and I was like, I gotta have it. Oh, I gotta have it. Okay. The other whip I have going this week is Dorothy's Discovery. And again, I used this in a couple of challenges as well. One of them was to do, I think, 200 stitches or 300 stitches on something that dazzles you. And for me, her shoes were dazzling because they're bright and they're reflective, and I don't know if you're getting that reflection in there. And I've also, while doing this challenge, another challenge for an Enchanted stitching group, I was able to put Toto the dog in, and it was stitched on something other than cotton. And so I added a metallic to Toto to give him like a scruffier look. So, and I think I'm to the point where I just got to do the yellow brick road and the rest of the words for that. So.
And there's a little Emerald City on
there's
the top,
an Emerald
right?
City on the top. So there is that. And that is on, sorry, I didn't tell you because I don't know. Oh, this is the one, I lost my paper that I usually keep with these, and I'm not sure where it went. So if I figure it out, it's a linen of some sort, but I don't know if it's a 28 count or 32 count. I'm guessing it's a 28 count from the looks of it, and it looks like a raw type linen, but I'm not 100% sure. And that is Dorothy's Discovery.
That
was all my whips. Okay, so finished objects. Sorry about the lighting issues tonight. We wanted to try and video earlier in the day, and that didn't work. So one of my finished objects is our Stir with the Big Girls. This is on a 32 count line fiber on a whim fabric. It's a waxing moon design called Stir with the Big Girls. It's a moonlight design, and it says what does it say? If you can't stir with the big girls, stay away from the cauldron. So that is that project, and I finished that through a series of challenges. So challenges are really helping me, and it's not like it's dictating what I do. It's not, but it's focusing what I do. We talk about it on Virtual Stitchers, how the challenges really does focus what you're working on. All these projects I want to do, I just need to focus on doing them. So
Yeah. It's kind of like putting horse blinders on like a horse. It
focus you.
doesn't make
I'm
you
a
look
horse with blinders.
Yeah. Well, I was just comparing it to something people could understand. So.
No, that's good. It's a good analogy. Stitchers were horses with blinders on.
Okay.
I wish that worked because I
it would
wouldn't get
save
enabled
your,
by
it would
watching those
solve-
videos. It would solve a lot of
It would
problems.
solve a lot of wallet problems.
Solve a lot of wallet problems. Okay, the other finish I have, it was a start and a finish today, and that is my broomstick runs on candy corn. Oh, wait a minute. Some of you guys are going to say, wait a minute, Carla, you showed that before. What are you trying to pull on us? Guess what? Remember, I said memory from Barefoot Needle Art sent me a piece of fabric, and I was going to do it twice so I could cut it apart when I was done. So there you have it. I did the second one today. Started and finished today. It's by Needle Bling Designs, and it's called Candy Corn Broom. And it's on a candy corn fabric from Galore, I think.
Corn galore, I think that's what it says. I don't know.
So I got that pattern at StitchCon. I've stitched it twice. And I got the material. Memory sent this to me. She says, hey, I think I got a piece of fabric that would be perfect for that. She sent it to me, and I was able to stitch it twice. I have some backing fabric. I am thinking about doing one as a pillow potentially, and one as a flat fold. So stay tuned for that. But I was excited to get that start and a finish done. And let me tell you what my challenges were that I used this for. My daily 30, stitch on something for 30 minutes. Check. Then I had stitch 100 stitches on a food item.
Dessert.
Candy corn, or dessert, yep.
It was dessert item.
Candy corn's my dessert. So there's 100 stitches, check. Same group, same challenges. Then I had Enchanted stitches that had to stitch 250 stitches on,
Cleaning.
no, it was 250 stitches on food, which I used the candy corn again as a food item for that one, and then, because it was a different group. And then the Daily 30 has a yearly challenge for spring cleaning, and as I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, duh, there's a broom. That has to do with cleaning, right? So my broom is my cleaning item, so I did 200 stitches for that. And then ultimately, there was a challenge for Magical Stitches for extra credit, and it was 500 stitches, and I can't remember what it was for.
Neither do I.
I can't remember what it was for. No, I don't remember what it was for, but I used it for that. So there's actually 589 stitches, I believe, in this. So you can count them if you want. But I used it for that. So I knocked out a lot of challenges and did a start and a finish same day. So
The memory that
Woohoo.
you have for all of those homework assignments for that 1-2 projects is too much.
I know. I mean, well, that's only because I just did it today.
Well, yeah, probably.
So then I have an old finish, and I wanted to show you because I'm in a dilemma, and I'm hoping you all will kind of give me some input. I picked this up at Target, and it's an egg, like an Easter egg, and I thought it was $3 or $1.50 or something at Target. Yeah, it's on wall. You hang it on the wall.
Isn't it clearance aisle?
Yeah, it's in their little when you come in at Target. Anyway, I thought this would make a good finish, and then I did my Life Needs More Chocolate Bunnies. So my thought is I would use my Life Needs More Chocolate Bunnies and do an oval shape and put it on a foam board. But I need to finish out the bunnies' tails, and I don't know whether I should do white buttons for the bunnies' tails, or if I should do and try and glue these little white pom-poms. So I want to get your input and give me your thoughts. This is a hands-on design, More Chocolate Bunnies, and it was done on a 32 count Silk Weaver Signature Even Weave fabric. So this was done before, and I was planning on mounting it, like I said, on the egg, and then use it as a wall hanging, maybe get some Easter kind of pixies, what do they call those? That you stick in, or make something Eastery to decorate, I don't know, like little...
Peeps?
Not peeps.
I don't know what you're talking about. Pixies? I don't know.
Pixies, picks, little picks. to do like a little bow with some maybe eggs or something in the pics or some carrots, but this is not the season to have Easter stuff out at the local craft stores, so the finishing will wait. I just kind of want to get your input between the buttons or the tails. Okay, so
You already know my opinion.
those are my finishes. Okay,
Next.
haul. All right,
Oh.
go ahead. You can do your haul.
Okay, so on our dress shopping experience, we went to the mall, and the second we walked in the door, we saw that the bookstore that was like diagonal from the entrance was having a book sale that was in the hall of the mall.
Mm-hmm.
So we were walking around picking up books and stuff, and I saw this Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. And I was like, I don't think I have that book. Let me check. So I checked my Goodreads, which is an app on my phone where like you could categorize all your books or whatever that you're reading. And one of the shelves, I guess, I have on there is like books that are on my bookshelf, and it wasn't there. So I picked this book up, and it was like $6, which is way better than the normal price. It was going on for a while, but hear me out. It's a lot of conversation.
Yeah, it is. Get to the point.
I picked it up. You got it for me. Thank you. And then I got home, and then I decided to organize my bookshelves, and I saw that I already had it. So, here you go.
So, we're going to be doing a read-along, Samantha and I, apparently. Another great love of ours is not only stitching, but reading. So, we're going to work on reading this, I guess, together in another fun experience. So, she'll have to read it in her study hall at school, and I'll have to read it at my lunch hour at work. So.
I don't have a study hall at school.
Oh, well, lunchtime reading. So that'll be fun, and then whenever we're done, we will definitely pass that off. Okay, anything else?
Nope. I mean,
All right.
besides like my Golden Girls button, but they already saw that.
All right, well, I'm going to make my haul quick as I can. I got my magazine.
Da-da-da-da.
This is the 2019 Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornament Magazine. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't even looked at it yet. I got my magazine. It's here.
I looked at it.
So I will look at it. I did, while on Virtual Stitchers, we were talking about a book called Pride and Prejudice, and I said, that's a book I haven't read yet, surprisingly enough, and was shamed into purchasing. Now, you need to get the book or the audiobook. So, part of my haul is Pride and Prejudice. I got the book.
I mean, I did hear it was a good book, too.
By Jane Austen, and I understand there's a mystery style right now based off of Pride and Prejudice. Garrett Coffee Stitcher was talking about it in his video today, so I'm hoping to try and get some more information. Might want to join in on that, but I haven't started it yet, but I plan to. So, and that was one of the books that was in the sale. I think I got it for $5. So how can you can't walk away from a $5 book? At least I can't.
Nope.
The other thing that I purchased while I was there is my bookstore had highlighters, and I'm just going to show you. It's in a hard plastic case, which I love, and they've got many highlighters. These highlighters are also can be found at Target, because I did get a set of them before in Target, but they didn't have the hard case. So I like that case feature. So got some highlighters for marking my work patterns, and I also picked up, since our last video, wood spools and bobbins. This is more to Daphne Metzger, Mama Metzger. She is on Flosstube. She has been making some scissor fobs, stitching on here. It's You I Like. She's using her grandmother's antique bobbins or thread spools, and I thought I would do something with them. I'm not real sure what, but the first time I noticed that they were anywhere there, so I don't know what I'll do with them, but I'm going to try something creative. I also picked up some owl charms.
Had some influence on her.
Yeah, Samantha said, Mom, you need these owl charms. They make great needle minders. So we are going to StitchCon, so my mind of needle minders is looking at things that I can easily make into needle minders for a needle minder exchange. So there's some owls that will be going probably to StitchCon with us.
If they make it.
If they make it there. I purchased from 123 Stitch I got two 8x8 Q-snaps. I have a 17x17 Q-snap, and I tried to work Autumn Quaker on it, and it is so big I can't do two-handed stitching on it. It was very uncomfortable. But the great thing with the Q-snap is I can connect the pieces of an 8x8 with the 17-inch long sides and 8-inch narrow, so I can make two of them from what I have that are longer and narrow, so that I can work on the projects that way that are bigger projects. So Q-snaps. Also, whenever I was ordering from 123 Stitch, I got a piece of 32 count Mercedes Lugana that's been on my wish list. Not sure what project I'm gonna do with it, but it is a pretty fabric.
And also,
some blues and grays. So
I asked her if it came with a free set of keys.
yeah, since it's called Mercedes. I also got a large piece of 25 count easy count grid white gray Lugana fabric, and I got a big piece. I have
tiny squares.
There's a young lady on Virtual Stitchers, Isabella, who does a lot of Heaven and Earth or full coverage designs, and she keeps multiples going and switches them up, and I'm very impressed by that, because I thought I would only be able to handle one Heaven and Earth design, but I'm telling you, when I'm working on it, I'm thinking about the other pattern I have, so I'm hoping to be able to expand and maybe not only just work on one. Maybe I can try some 1/1 and try my luck with this a little bit. So I don't know. I got it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I got it for the purpose of a full coverage. I am also in Under the Sea Fabrics Block of the Month. It is currently a closed group at this point. I think she opens it up in June, July time frame. But I just got August, and it is called Hera. And I opted for a 32 count Lugana. And this is a very pretty fabric. I'm hoping that you can see it and it's not too light. There's blues. Blues and purples in there, and it's very pretty. And I was actually thinking about using this for a stocking. I struggle a little bit with fabric that's hand dyed, only because the fabric's so pretty. I want the perfect pattern on the fabric, so I will tend to squirrel it away longer and wait until that project sings "I must be on you" before I use this or use any kind of hand dyed fabrics, because I want it to complement the fabric, and I really don't want to have to cut the fabric if I don't have to. Sorry about the crinkles. We're getting there. I know. I don't know.
It's not the longest haul we've had.
Not the longest haul we've had. When we were at my daughter's, one of the things that we do is we stop at Hobby Lobby, because it's on the way. We drive right past it.
It's right there.
It is right there. And so while I was there, I don't typically use these, but I thought I might want to give them a try. We hadn't started the Steotch, and I thought I would use it for that. I have since kind of quit working on the Steotch, because I'm not. It's
There's
not
a
for
lot
me.
of blended threads.
It's not for me. But I did pick up these, and these are thread. What are they called?
Floss
card separators. There's a couple of them in each one. I don't know. This one's smaller holes, like for a project. It's not something I would typically use, because I really like my thread drops, but I like to have the flexibility. If I wanted to try it with a project, I could. So I don't know if I will, or if Samantha maybe will want it to use it. But they were like $2.99, and and this one's $2.49. I think I had a coupon. So, and the last little bit of haul that we have is from Stitch and Buttons.
It came today.
Came today. Made the mail today. Here's her card. Hopefully you see that. We'll try and put a picture too, because it's hard to reach across so you can see things. But I did order needle minders. I ordered, as you saw, Samantha's Golden Girls. I ordered a snowman needle minder. I'm a needle minder junkie. I ordered Thumper, because I was working on a rabbit or something at the time, and I thought, oh, Thumper would be good. I try to find stuff that goes with things. That's why I have a school bus on my autumn Quaker, if you notice, because school starts in autumn. I don't know. And then there's also a pirate thing that might be, you know, I don't know, surprise for somebody. I don't know. So, just thought it was different. So there you go. And that is from Stitch and Buttons. And she put in, and I'm going to call her. Stitch and Buttons is from Florida, by the way. And she is on Virtual Stitchers quite frequently. But she probably heard me talking about floss cards because she sent me some that are really interesting. So I want to talk to her some more about them. But if you can see, they're a little bit wider on the bottom. They're more decorative, and they're really, you know, they're good, thick cardstock. And then this is another, like you can put two on the same thread drop, which is really interesting to me. So I will be talking to her more about how she does that, or she makes these, or but that was in the package, so I will be talking to her and getting some more information on that.
And hopefully you don't rip them apart. Like,
and she does have an Etsy shop, and we'll put all of those links down below for you. I think that's all the haul, Samantha. How about that?
Start.
I am going to start something. So one of the prompts is to stitch on a scarecrow week over the next 2 weeks. Stitching on a scarecrow, and I have had this hanging on the magical door up here. I don't know if you can see it, how we have the camera set up today, but this is one that I picked up a while ago, and I've always wanted to stitch it, and now's the time, and I have the perfect excuse because it popped up as a challenge, and who am I to back off from a challenge? I'm all about goals and challenges. So this is Glendon Place, and this is a 2005, I believe. It's called the Sociable Scarecrow. And can you see? Yep. So I will be giving that a start. I haven't even kitted it yet, but it will be kitted before the weekend is out with fabric and floss. So I will get it started this week. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully I can have it done in time to utilize for August, because I think he's cute. Okay, so anything else? Giveaways? We need to talk giveaways. So
there's a lot of people out there.
There
like
is.
Us.
Okay, so we have been talking about, we said when we reached 400 subscribers, we were going to do a giveaway, and that giveaway was going to entail a a zipper pull from Stitch and Buttons, and it's got a bumblebee and a bumblebee bag. Let me just take everything out.
Might as well.
Okay, so a bumblebee project bag with the vinyl cover, bumblebee fabric, okay? Zipper pull from Stitch and Buttons. My friend is the one that made me the project bag, and that was for fabric that she shopped for me, so she's fine with this. And she also made a mini bag, same fabric. So a little mini, you can put your floss in here, your thread, scissors, a mini project. You know, I don't care what you use it for.
It's your bag.
It's your bag. You can do what you want. So there's this and this, both in one project. And because I finished more chocolate bunnies, and this is something that I won from a giveaway. Oh my goodness. My battery is warning me. I got to make this sweet. I won this in a giveaway, sweet and quick, from Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. And so I am going to pass this stash in another giveaway. So that will also go with the bee project bags. You're going to get just the pattern, not the sulky threads it calls for. But you could do it in DMC if you wanted. But they're sulky threads, and that's the one that I have finished. And it's More Chocolate Bunnies by Hands On Design. So this is one giveaway for meeting 400 subscribers that we said we wanted to do for everybody. Then you guys surpassed us before we could get another video up. You have us close to 600 subscribers.
Already?
And already, like we just flew past 400.
We bulldozed 500.
Over 500. And it's not about the numbers, but I gotta say, as a Flosstuber, it's kind of neat to see that people are interested in what we're talking about.
True.
You've seen me talk about Garon bags. I've talked about them multiple times. Here's an example of the Garon toten bag. They're a Facebook group. Ronnie does all the sewing on these projects. They're a Velcro closure. I got a project in there. Oh, that's my Lady of the Flag. That's why it's in the flag bag. Garon approached us as new Flosstubers and said, Ronnie did, from Garon Toten Bag, and said that when you reach 500 subscribers, I am going to donate a project bag for a giveaway for you. So, I talked to Ronnie. This is what we would like to do, is we're going to do 2 drawings, and we're going to do these drawings on October 1st to kick off October, Halloween, all your projects that you're doing for the month of October. So October 1st, we're going to do a drawing. We're going to draw 2 winners, one for our 400 subscriber giveaway. And for that one, we want you to put in the comment box, how did you hear about us? How did you find us? Whether it was you saw a link on Instagram, or another Flosstuber shouted us out and you decided to check us out, or
if you shared if we shared a video on a group and you saw it, and you're
or
like,
if you
wow.
saw it in a group that we shared a video with. Let us know how you found out about us, because it's hard as a new Flosstubers to gain momentum or gain people that even know that you're out there. You know, so I'd like to know how you found us. And we're going to do a second giveaway the same time, and that is going to be for the Garon Bag, and it will be your choice. I will link you up with Garon. We'll figure it out as to, you know, your project bag, or if he's going to send you one of his, we'll figure that out. But it will be a Garon Bag. What project would you use for a Garon Bag if you had one? So if you want a Garon Bag, what project would you put in it? What would be that special project for that special bag? So we want you to leave your comments below. This is our Flosstube number 11. So this is the Flosstube that we will come back to on October 1st and pull the comments to the random comment generator, and we will pull two different winners. First one will be for the 400 subscriber giveaway, and the second one will be for the Garon Toten Bag. So, rules of a giveaway, for those of you that are new, you should be 18 so that you can give us your address so that we know where to send things to. You should also be subscribed to our channel. Anything else? And you need to be positive. Have a great time.
You can't say giveaway.
Oh yes, thank you. You
Well,
cannot say giveaway in your comment. That brings in trolls, and I will delete it as soon as I see it. So do not say giveaway in your comment. Again, how did you hear about us in our channel? And what would be the special project that you would put in a Garon Toten Bag if you win? If you want it. So, anything else, Samantha?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I think that's it for us this week. And we will probably get this video up either Tuesday or Wednesday. We're trying to, something new with Samantha in school is we're trying to do our taping on the weekends and posting later in the week. Because I know some of you are used to seeing us on Tuesday or Wednesday night, and we want to keep up with that time frame. So we're trying this for now. If that doesn't work, we may decrease to every other week because school comes first. And
Priorities.
Priorities, absolutely. So school's first, fun is later.
True.
You're welcome to join us. If you haven't read Turtles all the way down and you want to join us for a read-along, you know, jump on board.
Talk to us.
Talk to us. Leave us comments. We definitely read the comments. Samantha and I both read the comments. Something that we talk about in the evening time when we're stitching. We talk about the comments that came in through the day. Sometimes Samantha will respond to them if she has time. Sometimes it's me that's responding. If you get a heart or you get a thumbs up to your response, we've read it. And usually, typically, I really pride myself in responding to everyone, because I think we need to, as a community, you have to communicate. And how better to communicate than have the conversation? We will put additional information in our drop-down box as far as email address, contact information, and anything that we talked about today. If there's something that you are not sure about, or you have more questions, or there's something else that you would like us to show you, please leave us a comment. I'm happy to point you in the right direction and help in any way we can. Anything? So, I think that's it. Everyone, have a wonderful rest of your week, and happy stitching. Bye.